Namaskaram, universe. From now on, I talk only to Shakti only. Only universe. Universe is my, what you say, half, Ardhangani. Why do you have to talk to any particular form now, right? Especially when the forms are so stupid, most of them. Especially the human form, man. Like, it has gone crazy. Like, it's full of shit, man, everywhere. Like, people, they pretend like I know everything around happening around me. Like people are taking advantage of me. People are using me, like taking money from me only, but then using my fame and everything to gain advantage. Then there are people who are trying to sell my stuff. They're like deliberately, people are thinking, being too clever. We are very clever. See, this guy doesn't know. But somehow they are using the fame, so they must think something is in there in this guy, right? But they think like, oh, how can it be like that? Like I am surrounded by full of stupid people. Like everyone is like that, and it's fully accepted in the society. That's why obviously then your society will be ridden with so many crimes and everything. This is where you accept such stupid behavior. Obviously that guy, people will cross the behavior also. Like people will like unknown someone I don't even know, nothing. So you can come to me like, hey, did I like, hey brother, like what the fuck, like what? Are you crazy? Like you go to anyone and say like, say to you, hey brother, like it's very crazy, Like people will call you Guruji, but they will ask you money. Then why do you even understand the word Guru? Like, what does it mean? Or they will call you Babaji, but they are actually treating me like a customer. Like there is no difference between the hotel I am staying right now and an actual hotel. Although this is supposed to be Sant Seva Ashram. So there is no difference really because the treatment is same, right? Like if you pay money, you get the room. That's it. What else? Like psychic reader NG. Oh, psychic reader. Then you can read psychic only. Why do you have to join the video? Just read the energy. So basically, them calling you something but treating you like a different thing. See, this is the trap, no? The words are misused or the words have gone lifeless. So you can call someone anything. It's just like calling anyone you can call Babaji because the word Babaji itself has become so shallow, right? You just have to wear the clothes. Done. You're Babaji. Now, done. So it doesn't really mean anything. I mean, if just changing the clothes, so it's like to be a policeman, you have to pass a test, you have to do certain physical, mental, or something, no? But in this one, you don't need to do anything. You can just be. But actually, the truth is the completely opposite. You have to do most in this one. You have to earn those clothes. But today, is because it's like a shallow world, no, clothes only world. So people only look for clothes. Right clothes, done. Babaji. Wrong clothes. Out, no Babaji. Like I am seriously very not frightened, I will say. Like I'm never frightened now. I have Shakti with me, but very shocked to see the real state of the world and how it's like people are inviting their own suffering and then they are crying about it. Like seriously, now I really understand why all of this is happening against women, why crime, why the society is corrupt, everything. Because you guys are like that only. Look at your behavior, like my personal interaction, no, my personal experience. It's like tells everything, no. I just be in myself, I do my own mantra, I play my flute, but everyone will come close and like sit close and then you to play their own thing. Like I was sitting like 50 meters away. If you have come here to listen, then sit silently, no. I should not know that you are here. But they want to push their own presence, that we are also here. So in your consciousness, they want to say that we are here, poke you basically, So you can basically collect your consciousness and put it inside and shut off the world. So they don't want you to shut off the world. They will come in that physical world and keep poking you. So you have to come out from your mental world and come back in physical again. And all of these people, they are so-called, what do you say, bhakt or spiritual or whatever shit they call themselves. Like I met so many of them. Like the entire place I am staying is full of those kind of people only. Everyone tries to think they are very clever. Even the tea seller. The tea seller is selling my name, man. Like, and they think it's very clever. We are planning and plotting and behind the stuff and all of this. Oh my god, such stupid people. Like, not even people. I mean, they are like some lower level organisms only. Like I have repeatedly, clearly told people, if you want to come to talk to me, just come in my feet. Done. I will talk to you. But their ego is so big. They will come and sit behind you and do all of this. That's why it's called behind your back. Why? Because in your front you can use your eyes, so you have more consciousness. Why? See, your ear can hear 360, but your eye cannot see 360. So backside, which sense is operating? What is determining something is backside? Hearing only. So if you are specially playing flute or something, singing, you are very concentrated on hearing. So they don't come and sit in the front or like that, that they will be visible to your eyes only. So you can still sing and look. So they kind of try to bombard your consciousness or trap your consciousness. And this happens in so many different ways. Like that's what I do. No, so I don't run away from these situations. So I observe, I learn from these situations. Like let's meditate only. What is happening here? Why is this affecting my meditation? Or why is this not letting me go deeper? What is there? Is there some fear there? Something is there, no? So then I understand. Okay, so that's why. Because I'm closing my eyes. And then I look, sometimes I play flute with open eyes. So at that time, then all of them their positions are very different. The way sound comes in my ear, the distribution changes completely when I have open eyes. Because now my consciousness has gone bigger. You understand? Visually also I can see. Basically, you sit in meditation and analyze the sound frequency and how it is distributed. Which side, which frequency comes the most. You can even tell, like if a girl comes, is it more probable she will sit on the right side or the left side? Because you observe, no, which kind of sounds are coming more probably from the right side, which kind of sounds are coming more probably from the left side. It's like collecting data and analyzing it, the patterns in it, data, what you call data analysis. But you do it in your mind. You don't do it in computer. You use your mind's AI. So you collect the data and then you match them. So reading all of these symbols and everything is like that only. Like you collect the data. So I was looking at the forms of Devi and all of them. No, so how do you see? You see like, okay, so even this abstract form, just an two eyes, is also Devi. This is the most abstract it can be, and then it gets more and more details. But then there's like a geometric form also, energetic form, and all of them are actually related. So you observe it and you find the pattern. It's like finding someone's form by just doing the outline. So when you do the outline, what do? You neglect the inner details. You don't see what the form is wearing and everything. You just see the outline. That is the most abstract form, right? Then there are details in the form. So your mind also kind of reads things like this only. So you have to see like how visually it is reading things. So like audio, I have done a lot of work. Like I can go very deep in audio. Like, okay, this is this frequency, this is how it is, this is that. Visual, because our world is too bombarded with visual, we are very attached to visuals. So it's difficult to, like right now you are looking at some data, right, pixels. But in your mind, so let me ask you this question now. There are many levels to this answer, no? Okay. So if you ask a lot of people, what are you looking right now? So like in my live video, what are you looking? So they will say, I am looking at the person's face, right? If I ask them deeper, okay, no, look deeper. What are you really looking right now? So you will say, I am looking at some pixels which are emitting light in a way which are looking like a person's face, right? Oh, then I ask him again, okay, what are you looking? Go deeper. Then what he will say? Basically, I am actually looking at light frequency distribution. Now we are here, okay? Now we are on the eye level. I am actually just looking at the right frequency distribution and making a form out of it. You understand? This is going inward. You are realizing that the outward projection is actually coming from the inward. You cannot look without light. See, that's what. So finally, what your eyes see is not a form, is nothing else. It's just the light. And in the light, you form a pattern. And that pattern is looking like a face right now. But because of the phone, now an extra layer has been added. Like, so this you can do with a lot of stuff. Like, look also you can say. So the people who see Devi in like different forms or some Devata in different forms, they do that only, no? They realize the form. Okay, what is this form? So, and then they go deeper and they kind of connect it to the energetic signals directly without letting the brain filter or the mind filter affect it. So what will happen? No. So if you look at the form of a Devi, what will happen? The data you have collected about all the female forms will affect you to not able to look at her as a goddess. You understand? Because the form is similar. She is also wearing a sari, she is also sitting like that, and then you have to see like other women also like that, but then you cannot relate that other women are not like goddess. Then how come I see goddess in like this form? This looks very similar. So that data will affect you to really see, because really you have never seen that form. You are just seeing a salad of everything that you have seen, and you are mixing it together. if you really, again, let's go to that thing again, no? I will again ask the questions like deeper and deeper. I will show the levels basically. So these are the levels basically I am showing you. The mental realm, the energetic realm, and everything. How the understanding changes on each level, same data, but you understand it on mental level, you understand it on energetic level, and you understand it on the physical level. Shiva. Okay, so again the basic question, no? So physically, if I ask you, where are you? What will be your answer? Your answer will be, I am in, let's say, I am right now in Rishikesh, so I am in Rishikesh, and it's in India, it's like this. That is your physical answer. Now, you've never been outside Earth, or you've never been outside maybe Rishikesh only, or your state, or something like that. But if I told you mentally, ask you like, where are you actually? So your answer will be based on the projection by the mind. So basically, mind will do a projection based on the data you have received. Like the earth is round and the sun is revolving around this. You have never seen it directly, you know. You have never been an astronaut, you know. But then from your position, you go into mental realm, thinking mode. Now you are not perceiving the data directly. Now this is not physical experience. This is not using the senses to collect the live data. Now you are thinking in your mind, where am I? And then you are saying, oh, I am in Milky Way. But you have never seen the Milky Way and everything, all of that. All of that is your mental data, pure mental data, right? Not physical data, pure mental data. So that is mental realm. So dreaming state, you go to that place only, to your thought world only. And then there are levels basically. They're like level of next level, energy level, no. So that is basically the highest level consciousness kind can form a body, in a sense. So in energetic level, the time itself dissolves because now there is no mind. So most people, it's hard for you to even understand, but I think if you read enough science, you will understand it. Because in science they have like done a lot of like logic, then finally they have reached there. Okay, yeah. So in energetic level, there is no thought. So there is no time and space only. So the answer to where are you will change completely. You will be like, I am nowhere, because there is no space and time. I mean, the question itself will disappear because you are beyond thought. But if you like look it from different perspective, then you can see like. And you can look it from other side also, like from energetic side to mental side to physical side. That also is possible. So even the answer to this question, like, and same, okay, someone asks you, who are you? Okay, so what are the levels you can answer? Now I will tell you the level. And the levels are based on the outerest form to keep going inward in and inward. Okay. So let's say if my most outer form, I'm wearing, let's say, saffron clothes. So then it will be, okay, who are you? So let's say I am a Baba. Just for example, okay. Then, but inside the clothes, what is there? Inside the clothes, there is a male body, right? So then I will say, okay, I am a male, or I can add it like I am a male Baba. You know, like in a detail. The answer is going detailer and like in a detailed manner now. Then you go deeper. Okay, but this form you are recognizing as a male form. What other is the closest one? So then we say, okay, this female form is the closest one. So then we identify by including female. Then we say, okay, we are human. Then we see other forms also. Then we're like, so this is only at the physical level. Okay, we have not even gone to mental level. I mean, the mind is only analyzing this information, but the information is physically available. This is live data collection. So first level, like, okay, so I identify with my clothes. So let's say I'm wearing a company suit. So I will say I am a manager. Okay, so the first answer will be question, I am a manager, because that is the most outer appearance, most outer form. Then I remove this form. This form I can remove. So what is inside? It's a body. Okay, so now body, what kind of body? Then I will say, okay, it's a male body, it's a human body, it's a jiva body. Jiva is basically any living form. So you are increasing your identification level up one by one. But this is only on physical. Now you go deeper inside. You go inside this form more. Okay, what I am? Who are you? Then I will look, okay, I am. Now you are thinking. Now you will answer, okay, I am this kind of person. I am a thinking kind of person. I like to do this kind of stuff. I like to sing. I like this kind of food. All of that. Your preferences, your choices. That is your mental realm identification. That is where your ego or your personality lies. That is what you think you are. Right? That is all your calculation. Basically, how your calculator is there in your mind. What kind of calculator is there, then you identify with it. I have this kind of calculator, so that is. Just like what kind of body you have, you identify with it. Okay, I am a male, I am this and that. So then that is like man, no? But then you can go deeper also. Okay, what is making all of these things happen inside you? Like, what is making thinking the process happen? What is making the breathing process happen? What is making everything? You know, you are walking, you are doing. What is making the movement of the life happening through you? How your heart beating? Finally, the currency is something. There is a force, or there is some energy which is pushing it. Which the energy pushes it through the electromagnetic signals. So you look at it as thinking, right? So finally, it's energy only. Thinking is just electromagnetic energy. So then you identify, okay, if I am what I am, who are you? So now the answer to this question will be what? The answer to the question will be, I am just the energy bag. Or a energy formation. You cannot even say bag, because energy is not a something which has a boundary, because it's a vibration, no? So the vibration is not like spreads, like that's why they show it in the aura charts, no? So it's like it spreads. Like when your heart is beating inside, da 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 da. Now assume that some speaker is beating like that constantly, like no 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 no. So it will emit sound waves, no? Similarly, your heart is also emitting some waves, energy waves. So how much that is kind of continuously beating. So anything with energy, if you beat it consistently, then the effect amplifies. Anything, like same sound, if you keep playing, then the effect will amplify. Like tuck, 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 tuck. So if you keep doing it, slowly the effect will amplify. So similarly, if your heart beats at a constant pace or like a good rhythm, then the effect will be your heart or chakra will activate and your aura will be bigger. Similarly, in your mind also, if your thinking is very consistent, it's not haphazard. It's like you are kind of moving your thinking in a very nice manner. So then your frequency will also increase, your Agna chakra will increase. Because what are you doing really when you are thinking? You are moving some energy here in this area. Ta-da-da. So if you move it in a manner which is kind of like in sync. So the answer to this question, who are you? You understood, like it's very simple example. And that's how most of the people live. So people live under these. Most of the people are actually not even living in body identification. They are living in cloth identification. So in our world, cloth is everything. Who is someone like, that's why uniform is very important, no? Everything has a uniform. Like the police has a uniform, so the everyone, like even the sailors have a uniform. Everyone kind of builds a dress code. So we are living in that identity. So someone is a waiter, someone is a boatman, someone is a pujari, someone is like, based on what? We are not basing on the inner bodies. We are just basing on the mostly the cloth identification. We are neither looking at the physical body of that person, neither the mental body of that person, neither the energetic body of that person. We are just looking at the temporary body, which is the clothes, which can be changed very fast. So most of our world is like that only. Look at everything, no? So much discussion around what girls can wear, what they cannot wear. Girls are wearing anything like basically they are not wearing beautiful clothes. They are wearing revealing clothes these days. Like beauty has nothing to do with it. Like how is that like crop jeans short is beautiful? I mean, you cannot call it beautiful. That's why they call it hot, no? Because it's more about revealing and lust rather than beauty. Like tell me, no, you call a flower a beautiful, no? If I cut the flower in rectangle pieces and it's like that, do you call it beautiful? No. Something, a beautiful cloth will be like that only, like a nice gradient of colors and like flowing and like that. Everything beautiful is like that only. So people have lost every sense only. The people, like, that's why I was saying, no, the world is a zombie world. People think zombie apocalypse will happen. Zombie apocalypse has already happened. You are already zombies. You are already infected. Another way I understood it is like the three levels of your existence in a sense. Your existence as a consciousness, your existence as an energy, and your existence with the identification of the incarnation you are in right now. So if you say who I am, I can answer three ways. One, I can say I am pure consciousness. I am Shiva. Or I can say I am pure energy. I am Shakti. Because Shakti is making this world happen. You cannot make the world happen. And I am in the world. And then third will be, now both of these are true. The third one is, with help of both of these two, I am able to incarnate into this human body, which is 34-year-old, which is named this and this and that. So three levels. This answer basically is valid completely. In any level you can say, see, you can see that, okay, I am, Shiva is sitting there in pure consciousness and he is manifesting the entire world. Also makes sense. Or you can say, okay, the energy is the base of the creation, the movement. Otherwise, there is no movement, nothing will happen. I mean, no movement, everything is still. No, that's why we call a dead person is like a rock, because the movement stops, energy stops. Now the energy is not vibrating inside that person. So where were you? Right, thought process kind of got. Yeah, identification. So you can see, like, we are born of energy, and she is the mother, and everything came from her. Or you can say we are born of consciousness, and he is Shiva, and everything came from him. Both are true, actually, equally true. And not really like up and down, equally true. And then the third one, the third truth. Now the third truth, you come down to lower levels of or your intermediate level of existence that you are having right now. So this is like the one side of the equation and the other side of the equation completely. So you're completely physical or energy, and you're completely consciousness now, but you are not there. You cannot be Shiva in this world, you understand? So what you have to do is you have to see from your perspective. This is the third one, which is kind of from sitting here, and I am in this planet which is called Earth, and this is the story that has happened till now. Then you see, no, so that is okay. So I am come to this world, from this form it happens, and this is how this species, like, they have divided themselves, this is how they have created the structure, and this is my form right now. Because Shiva and Shakti, that truth is not just for human, that truth is for entire existence. So it's not a human truth, it's the truth of existence. But right now we are focusing on the human truth, because you are born in a human form. So that is your third identity. And if all these three are in sync, then basically nothing can defeat you, because you can form the sense of the world from any direction, which is difficult, but if you do sadhana, you will do it. Like, I have already explained everything scientifically, and in a sense, what I have done is for this world, it should be, I think, now I realize, like, for zombies living on this earth, this is like a surprise only. Like, all of these things are true. Oh, Buddha really did meditated. Oh, he is truth. Oh, Rama is also truth. Oh, like, they are still waking up from that only. Like, I have reached to a level where, like, I have completely corrected the energy also. And now people are like, oh, these things really are true. Oh, they are, and I'm like, my God, like, wow. Because they are not, they just see what you are doing right now. They didn't see what have you done till now. So that's it, no? People form what they think you are now. Okay, so we answered who you are. How can you answer? How will someone else seeing it will answer? So the most lowest consciousness person, lowest and up is not in terms of like, no, now we have made it in terms of like high and low. It's not like that. Basically, it's not like this world consciousness is like somehow lesser, It's just like when we show directions, then the direction of the Shakti will look like downward only. But that downward is not like she is something reprehensible, or you understand? Like, this world is something reprehensible. This is one plane of existence only, nothing else. This is also a misconception which a lot of people have. Like, somehow Maya is lesser than the truth. But Maya is also truth. I mean, there is no less and up. Who created Maya? God only, no? So if God created it, means it's created, no? What is like right or wrong about it? Yeah, we are discussing something. Yeah, how people will look at you. So basically, like, how people actually see you. They see you, hear you, collect some data, and then finally they form, okay, this guy is like this. So people will come to me, oh, you are from Haryana. Then some Haryana guy, oh, I am also from Haryana. So what should I do? Like, so they think like by knowing certain information, now they know you. because they have a stereotype in their mind, no? Like, he is from Haryana, so he must be exposed to this kind of data, so he must be like this. So then other stuff, no? Or they will take information visually also, like what kind of clothes are you wearing. So if you are wearing like some nice looking like that and take and everything, they will say Radhe Radhe. But if you look dressed like some other, like aghori hairs and everything, then maybe they say something else, Shambho or something else. So from the outer appearance, visual information only, they are determining what is this person or what is this form. That's what we do. Like, you can check it directly, like take your photographs and different photographs. How are you analyzing the information? Like, what is this person? In the childhood only you are trained to do this. Your mind is trained only. So you are showing like a nurse photograph. You're like, this is what nurse, this is what a doctor. How you identify? Only by uniform. So you are trained to identify by uniforms. So that's why it's very easy to make fool of everyone, because uniform anyone can wear anything. In this world we are free to wear clothes. That's why like your gunde people can wear police clothes and do crimes and get away, like, because the person only sees the uniform. They don't even know that you have to check the ID card or something like that. So most people will form opinion like that only by just looking at the most outer, like clothes, uniform. Then someone will form opinion, or like what do they think you are, and see how little data they used in forming the less data they used in forming the opinion, more stupid mostly they will be. Because you are actually reducing the person in the most basic form, the most simplest. So maybe it's easier for you to understand, but there is a lot of complexity in everyone, Then more data you will collect, so then you will talk, then you will see how is this person thinking, right? Then you will see, then what are you looking? Basically, when you are seeing how is this person thinking, in one way you are looking at the energy thought waves only, or the patterns of the thoughts. Psychologically you will see it as a pattern of thoughts. If you look at energetically, then you are kind of like looking at the energy transmission. This I explained before also. Like when you speak to someone, it's like you throw some energy their way. Like it's like the dogs talking and us talking are kind of same only. They would have the dog, the whoa, whoa, whoa. Then the other one is like whoa, whoa, whoa. Then they're like oh. So they are also kind of using sound only to communicate now. So we also are doing same thing. We are throwing one, and then some another energy is coming back. Then we are throwing another energy, then another energy coming back. It's like basically talking is more like a TT game only. You are like tuck, the other one is like tuck. And most interesting conversations are generally where this game is played nicely. So then you can keep talking for hours, because then you are enjoying it. You're like, okay, I throw this one, the other person throw this one. I'm like, interesting. Then I throw this one. And this you can do it in chats also. Like what you do is the same thing only. That's what make it interesting for you guys. In reality, the entire the way of understanding it through Shakti is that only. That you don't see that you are actually hearing something. Then at that level you just see, okay, you got some energy, and then like a game only, you play it back. You're like, okay, this energy I respond to this energy, and this energy I got, I respond to this energy. This energy I got, I respond to this energy. So in that way that you start playing with the universe. It's like now the universe is your mate. You are not looking at the individual form. Basically you are looking at the entire universe as one form, and from that one form, from some part, some frequency is coming. Understand? it's like you can look at it like this is the entire universe, and every Jeev is one set of eyes of the Devi. So she is looking at through like these eyes, then she is looking at through these eyes. So these eyes can be like animal eyes also, these can be bird's eyes also. So when you look at it, you're like, okay, she's like Devi looking back at me. So this is also Devi looking at me. So looking back at you means what? Like it's reflecting some energy frequency back at you. That's Shakti level of understanding. It's very interesting level. This one is the blissful level actually. When you live with Shakti, then it's like very easy. The life is very easy because you don't need to think. The mind you can shut off, and with energy only you can play. Like what kind of energy I am getting right now, so I just respond to that. I get the energy, I respond to that. I think that's it. I just wanted to rant out. I have to throw back the energy. These days I'm very good at playing with the universe. The universe throws me some energy, then I package it and send it back. You're like, okay, you take it. See, it's very. I don't really understand. Like, why is these people like? What is like this? Like everybody's very suspicious. Like all you hear in your audio track, most of the time is some like back murmur. Most of the time, it's like. Like if you sit in cafes, everywhere is like that only. Like throat chakra is completely gone. But that's how you play. And then all of these, basically this phone is nothing but just an energy device. Then you see through it. When you look at the world like energy, then it becomes very easy. That's a blissful state. Everything makes sense. But then again, you cannot stay at that state. You have to stay in your state, which is your incarnation, your karma, your cycle that you are being on. Obviously, you are this truth also and that truth also. But then you are this truth also, the third one. So you have to fulfill all three. For me, the third one was a difficult one. Because in physical reality is completely fucked up. Like the other realities you can access by doing sadhana and everything, but in physical it's like completely different. Because in physical you have to identify as a body, as a unit, and you have to identify other people. You cannot say that you are energy because the consciousness is very low. So most people, if you say like that, neither they will get it, neither they will entertain it. Last thing I will mention this, no? The Vishwarup. I realized, no? Like a truly enlightened being or something was completely above, like, full on. No identification with any form. That Vishwarup will actually have everything. Like then basically you can look at the story from every perspective. Like when you see, let's say, a photograph of Shiva and Parvati and a background, nature. Now if you analyze this information, who is Shiva? Consciousness. Who is Parvati? Shakti. What is the background? The background is the Maya space in which they are shown. So again, these three things, no, in that visual. Like Shiva is pure consciousness, he is beyond space and time, but at that time he is inside the world, so he is in space and time. So all of these three are coexisting, and the best example is Shiva and Parvati and staying in the earth basically, because that is like the energy personified, the consciousness personified, and the nature, the game of three of them, or the creation of this world basically. Hey, Brahma, you can say. People have lost their heart completely these times. Seriously, like this world is actually very stupid. I'm not joking, like this is the truth. Like they're so much in cahoots with each other with respect to, lying and everything. They think it's very normal. Oh, this is how stuff happens. It's like it's normalized in the minds of everyone. So even when they see anything holy, religious, spiritual, they think that they can game it. Like, what is the point? Like, game you are playing other side also. Very weird state of consciousness. Like, I generally don't have any problem because I have Shakti now. I always have a partner now. My life is blissful. Anytime I can go to her only. We're like, okay, whichever form you come, you just stay with me. Okay, we'll end this video now. Nah, I think I will give you a lot of gal, a lot of good stuff actually. But it's useless only because people they like people are world is full of stupid people no, who doesn't understand these kind of stuff. Logic and everything, thinking is beyond them. Otherwise, by now I have given so much scientific knowledge, so much logical stuff, so much breakdown of reality. Like by now, people should have be line to touch my feet. But because everyone is so arrogant, they are like, oh, we are like that. Ah. But that time will also come. So they will touch my feet. They won't touch my devotion, but then they will touch my power. Because this knowledge is just not just knowledge, no. I have not just read this knowledge somewhere. I have realized it inside myself. I can really read the energy patterns. Like among a shop, I can tell like which kind of cloth combination is more energetically powerful than which cloth combination. Or we can tell like which stone is more powerful energetically. This one is more, that one is more. Which like shop is actually energetically sattvic or rajasic or tamasic. Like this is not just some book knowledge, no. This is real life stuff. Like you can use it. I didn't want it to be like this, but that's how this world is. This world only understands power. If you say anything with a smile, no. Like right now I am smiling and saying, so most of the people will take it very lightly. They will like, eh. But if I say it with a very serious face, then only they take it seriously. How it will keep happening? I have already put a lot of things in the manifestation timeline and I can literally play with time. I mean, see, most of the people is like, if you have so much power, why don't you use it? That's why you get so much power because you don't misuse it. Only that person with pure heart who who actually have no craving for power will get these powers. Otherwise, you will not get it. That's why spiritual path is like ultimate filter. Like bad people cannot get there. They can get the powers, the concentration power and some kind of knowledge of how to drive some weapon and everything. That is fine, but they will never gain the real power, which is the Chetna Shakti. Chetna Shakti is the ultimate Shakti. Chetna Shakti is the name of basically Shiv Shakti only, no? Shiva is Chetna. So what you call Chetna Shakti is actually saying like Shiva and Shakti. So we'll keep doing this. Basically, this I am doing for 3.5 years only. I am telling people who I am. Then they still do like like their stupid zombie laugh they will do. Okay, bye bye. Sure, 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 sure.